Hi everyone, welcome back to Traveling Cat Photos. I'm Kat.
I'm Harry.
And today we are in Idaho. We are discovering waterfalls.
Yep, we just got done with the Shoshone Falls. It was spectacular. And coming back into town, we decided we needed to get some lunch and went to Jimmy John's. Never been to a Jimmy John's before, so trying it out for the first time. And hopefully we'll like it.
So this is actually our second day traveling to our timeshare in West Yellowstone. The first day was through Oregon, and I gotta tell you, from Bend to Boise, there's a whole lot of high desert and nothing else. The one place to stop is Bergs. We had lunch at RJ's Burgers. That's our recommendation. Definitely stop in. Really good food. And pretty much the only place to get gas before you hit Boise. So we are going to hit the road again and go explore and take you with us. We started our day off by visiting the Old Mill District in Bend, grabbing some coffee and seeing the recommended Drake Park, which is not only beautiful, but gives you beautiful views of the Deschutes River. There are so many activities that you can do along this river, including tubing, surfing, kayaking, and biking. It was also recommended that we do a bit of house gawking, and we can easily see why. These homes are just so beautiful, and this one was my favorite. After saying hi to a deer and discovering some really beautiful public art, which seems like it's a tour we should do on its own, we hit the road towards our goal of reaching Boise, Idaho, and then seeing as many waterfalls as we can during our trip to West Yellowstone. It was about a 6-hour driving day to get to Boise, and after the intense green of Bend, it was a big surprise to see so much high desert, miles and miles of it, starting right outside of town. If you are driving as a family, please be aware that there really is nothing to do along this stretch. As we mentioned, the only real town along the way is Bergs, but it is a great place to stop, grab a bite to eat, or if you need to stop at the store and get gas. After Bergs, the scenery finally gets a bit more interesting, and I was very happy that our brief delay due to construction was right along this section of the Mahler River. From there, the evidence of volcanic activity added texture and beauty to our trip. Some parts of this section even reminded us of Hawaii, like this mountain range. And then we found Harper. Yes, there is a Harper, Oregon. It's not big, but the Willow Spring Creek certainly was beautiful there. Then we said goodbye, Oregon, and hello, Idaho, for the night. We definitely will need to come back and explore Boise, but we were off to find waterfalls. Our first stop was the Thousand Springs Scenic Byway and Milad Gorge. This sign tells you all about what there is to see, but the views from the parking lot of the Milad River, which flows to the Snake River, just stole the scene. Well, that and zebra fossils. GPS takes you right to the pullout where you see these gorgeous rapids and the first waterfall of the day. We thought that that was the only waterfall till we really started taking in the gorge. And then we found the big waterfall. We have no idea the length of these falls, but they and this gorge are just so beautiful. It was totally worth the 30-mile-per-hour winds that nearly knocked us off our feet and going off the 84 to see it all. So we made our way back to the 84 past some fun signs and our first train of the day, and made the short drive into Twin Falls. We stopped off at the parking lot right at the Perrin Memorial Bridge, which crosses the Snake River. The views are worth the stop, and there are trails that go closer to the edge, but with the high winds, it didn't feel safe to us. We didn't know about the super safe stairway until we were crossing the bridge and leaving. Well, next time. We arrived at the upper parking lot of Shoshone Falls and paid our $5 fee. So today we are in Idaho. Right now we are in Twin Falls, and I'm just going to show you a little of the view. This is the upper deck of Shoshone Falls. Then we made our way down to the next level, past waterfalls, and taking the curvy road around tight corners with sharp boulder edges. Down past the sign and past the RV parking to the wonderful expanse of park with picnic tables and space for the kids and dogs to run and play, and another view of the falls. It's a short stair flight to the observation platform, and the best view of the falls is from there. Hi there, we're at Shoshone Falls in Twin Falls, Idaho. I have no idea if you can hear me over the wind or the falls, but take a look. They are spectacular. It is just a short drive off of the interstate to get here, and it's well signed. Often referred to as the Niagara of the West, Shoshone Falls is 212 feet tall and 900 feet wide. It is one of the largest natural waterfalls in the U.S., even taller than Niagara Falls. Shoshone Falls can reach flows upwards to 20,000 cubic feet per second. And there definitely is a best time to see Shoshone Falls. Spring, when the snowpack begins to melt, is the best time of year to see them. The rest of the year, the water is diverted for various reasons, and the falls can have a reduced flow or even look almost dry. I have been there during the summer and can tell you that the difference between the two seasons is remarkable. The park hours are from dawn to dusk. In 1932, Frederick and Martha Adams donated the land to the city of Twin Falls, with the stipulation the land be maintained as a public park. We spent double the planned time at the falls. It really is gorgeous to see. And look, marmot! We found the Hanson Memorial Bridge on our way and were just amazed. This bridge is almost 400 feet above the Snake River. I can't fathom how it was built, but the views were amazing. There are many more sights to see along this route, but we still had almost 4 hours to drive to West Yellowstone, so we just beelined it. Please do take a moment to hit that thumbs up button. It helps more than you know. Along the way, we saw these signs with dates on them, some going back to the 1960s, and looked up the forestry program that is working on a reforestation project after an epidemic of mountain pine bark beetle in the 60s. We saw the storm rolling in, which made us very nervous about our chances of getting into Yellowstone the next day. But we saw our first pronghorn antelope, hit the snow line, and made it into West Yellowstone and the Grizzly and Wolf Discovery Center before the storm hit.
Okay, and like say maybe the last 30 days are all the same.
The Grizzly and Wolf Discovery Center current exhibit is called Bears, Imagination and Reality. It features 6 themed areas, taxidermic mounts of grizzly and black bears in nature settings, with examples of food and behavior habits. Throughout the day, it hosts staff presentations and demonstrations, Yellowstone Park Ranger talks, children's programs, and a variety of educational wildlife movies.
Well, here we are at the wolf enclosure, and there are indeed wolves, but they're sleeping.
Each bear at the center has its own distinct story, but they all have something in common. They came to reside here after becoming what are called nuisance bears, or are the orphaned cubs of a nuisance bear. Those bears learn to obtain food from people, damage property in search of food, or become aggressive towards people, and are usually killed. Instead of being destroyed, the bears that reside here were rescued and given a second chance as ambassadors for their counterparts in the wild. They want visitors here to understand why the bears are here and how we can make sure to do our part to ensure grizzlies can remain in the wild. We enjoyed the ground squirrels enclosure before checking back in on the wolves. Found them still sleeping, so we made our way to the riparian habitat to see the otters.
Hi, here we are at the Grizzly and Wolf Discovery Centers, near the hotel, near the entrance to the park. And it's $15 a person, so it is a little expensive, but I think well worth it. The pass actually runs for 2 days, and you can come in. They've got grizzly bears, they got wolf, and otter. And we're in the Otter Building right now.
Right now, all of the raptor birds are put away because of the avian flu, but this is a really fun place to visit.
This building shows you examples of Yellowstone's native species throughout their food chain and across natural habitats. There are several close-up exhibits where the whole family can get up close and enjoy the wildlife, but also learn about them and their habitats and how they fit into the Yellowstone ecosystem with the wolves and bears. It was so much fun watching the otters play. They were in constant motion, scampering over the rocks, logs, climbing the trees, diving into the water the entire time we watched them. Just so cool to be able to be so close to them. They're not always out, so take time with the other animals and be patient. We were there for about 15 minutes before they appeared.
So there's see-through glass in the otter enclosure. So you can see the wolf enclosure, but they're all sleeping. Can you find them in the picture?
We went to the Naturalist Cabin, which is located between 2 of the wolf habitats, and we were able to watch the wolves through the floor-to-ceiling windows. The center features interpretive displays, that beautiful wolf model, and even a large fireplace that gives everyone a chance to warm up on those cold winter days. You can even adopt a wolf with packages starting at $45.
And back down.
We were making our way back to the bears when we came upon this raven making some very odd noises. Turns out that this is nesting behavior for this bird. Who knew? The bears have a large outdoor habitat that includes many natural features that gives them a comfortable and stimulating environment to roam in, with hidden food, a stocked pond, and the staff rearranges the features regularly. The animal care staff rotate the combination of bears into the habitat throughout the day. And as with the wolves, you can adopt a bear with packages starting at $45 or help with their care for just $10. We checked into our timeshare with its view of the center from our balcony and then went off to dinner at the recommended Outpost restaurant. We were not disappointed.
Hi, two please.
I was gonna get the trout, but they ran out of trout, so I ended up with a bison burger. Trying bison for the first time.
And I ordered the son of a gun stew. We're ending our day with it snowing. We had such a great day. It was an easy drive and the waterfalls were amazing. So many hidden treasures. And now it's snowing on us. The view over my shoulder is the Wolf and Grizzly Bear Discovery Center. All right, tomorrow we hit Grand Teton and hopefully Yellowstone the day after. Stay safe, safe travels, and we'll see you next time.
Next up is Yellowstone National Park, but first we have a very special surprise.
It's the wolves howling at the Discovery Center.